It's a beautiful day here at Nelson Field for the second round of the 4A State Baseball Championship. Pleased to be with you once again, everybody. I'm Alan Huff. Today, the Spanish Fort Dons, clad in their black uniforms, will be taking on the Murray Spartans, who had their way yesterday with Woods Cross High School. Bonneville fell victim to the Dons yesterday, if you weren't aware. And now these two teams are going after it to see who's going to stick around in the winner's bracket. As I mentioned, that big win for Murray, as they are the number 2 team coming out of region number 6. So the Spanish Fort Dons and the Murray Spartans getting set to get it underway here. We'll take a quick look at the Murray lineup. Riley Richmond, who is now up, will lead it off. Logan Jones hitting second. Rigby Buticofer hitting third. Sage Sutherland cleanup as a first pitch. In there for a strike from Bennett Bradford. Preston Hene will be hitting fifth. Ryan Topham sixth. Nate Rose seventh. Nate G will hit eighth. And Taylor Summers will hit ninth. Colton Larson will be the center fielder for Murray, not in the lineup for the Spartans. As a 1-1 pitch up and away from Bennett Bradford. The defense for the Spanish Fort Dons will go as follows. Trevor Perkins in left, Brady Bate in center, Nick Roberts in right. Ryan Golish playing the hot corner at third. Hayes Hall at short, second baseman Cooper Thorpe. First base is Brock Nelson, and the catcher Jade Nielsen. And a strikeout from Riley Richmond to lead it off for Murray as Bennett Bradford, the pitcher for the Dons, records strikeout number 1. And then following that, a base hit single from the hitter Logan Jones. So a strikeout and a single as Murray gets their first hit of the game. Rigby Buticofer, the hitter. He's the designated hitter today, so you won't see him out in the field. Runner not taking much of a lead. And another bloop hit out to right field will fall in front of Roberts. Another single. So 2 singles in a row from the Murray Spartans. We'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Sage Sutherland, as Murray trying to get the bats on him early, and they're succeeding in doing so with a pair of singles after the leadoff strikeout from Richmond. Sutherland, the hitter. Pitch on the way. Grounder. It's going to be a chopper. Gets off the glove of Hayes Hall, and a run's going to plate for the Spartans. Logan Jones crossing. I believe that will be an error credited to Spanish Fork on that one. So one crosses. And Preston Hene, the hitter, he's the pitcher for Murray, and he's been a problem for a lot of hitters this year. We'll talk a little bit about that here in a moment. There's a strike from Bennett Bradford, but the Spartans are not afraid to get aggressive with the bats. The last 3 hits have come. Last 3 at bats, they've been cutting on the first pitch as the count goes to 1-1 to Hene. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Pitch, curveball, misses upstairs. Seems like this Murray team, not only can they play defense, but they are also a very good hitting team, as they've been able to score a lot of runs this year, and a strike called. Two. Ground ball through. Another single, and they're going to wave home another run. The Dons are going to make an attempt at the plate, but it ain't going to work out. There's a single RBI single from Preston Hene. It gives the Spartans a 2-0 lead over the Dons. 3 hits in the inning. As a speed-up runner coming in, number 3, Ashton Hagan.
Now batting the shortstop, number
That'll bring up Ryan Topham. So the Dons finding themselves in a bit of a quandary here in the first inning. The bats are rolling for the Murray Spartans. Hopefully the Dons are taking notes because they're getting a hitting clinic at this point as they trail 2-0 here in the top of the first with only one away. Pitch. Ground ball right through that same hole. They're going to score another one. Runner plates. Wow. Single after single after single. This is crazy.
Now batting first baseman number 9, Nate Rose.
Nate Rose, the hitter. Number 7 in the lineup, 1 down, 2 aboard. Murray bringing quite the crowd today compared to what the Dons saw from the Bonneville Lakers yesterday. So there is a fan base here at least for the visiting team. 1-0. Coach Shu's final game at Nelson Field today. As the rest of this tournament will be played at Utah Valley University. 2-0 pitch. Misses. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Strike called. So Bradford avoids the 4-pitch walk there. But still a good hitter's count now for Nate Rose. 1 error in the inning. 4 hits from the Spartans. Pitch. Inside, ball 4. Bases loaded. 1 down. Nate G, the hitter, as White's already coming out to the mound. Now, it'll give us an opportunity to discuss some things that are going on. Everybody in play today that has that is in the state tournament. We'll go over some of those matchups. If I can find this app here, it'll take me a minute. I don't know what my deal is. I'm just as surprised as anybody to see how well Murray is just raking the ball. They're being selective when they need to be. They're being aggressive when they need to be. As a hitter, Nate G is coming to the plate. The 4A playoffs and the 1 loss. Bonneville playing Woods Cross today. Other games of interest, Wasatch playing Kearns at Kearns High School. 4A second round, no loss bracket, winner's bracket. Maple Mountain playing at Skyline today. The number 1 team out of this same region as the Spartans. Mountain View is at Mountain Crest. Salem Hills today is at Bountiful. That pitch way outside. So Nate G, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, if they can avoid a double play, will bat through the order. Strike 3 called. So another strikeout for Bennett Bradford. His second of the game, second out. They'll bring up Taylor Summers, the number 9 hitter. Bradford right after it, fouls one away. I would assume in that mound visit, Coach Whites was discussing what the Dons should be doing. Maybe even some communication between Jade Nielsen and Bennett Bradford, maybe changing up some pitch selection with the Spartans being so aggressive on the first pitch. Maybe throw a curveball or a changeup or something to start them off instead of just fastballs. Count 1-2 nonetheless, as Jade hustles out to the mound to talk to Bennett Bradford. He'll return. A little early to be getting anything going in the bullpen. As Dons are hoping this is just a flash in the pan from the Spartans today. At 1-2 pitch. Just misses. Jade had him set up just on the outside corner and misses just a touch on the outside, and the count remains 2-2. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And all he has to do is touch the plate for the out. So 3 strikeouts in the inning, but strangely enough, 3 runs on 4 hits. As they looking at it now, they're actually calling it 5 hits, so the error eliminated from Sutherland will give him a credit for a single and an RBI. So a rough inning to start for the Spanish Fort Dons. With that 5 runs given up, and we'll take a quick look at the Spartans' defense. Out in left field, Logan Jones. A center fielder today, Colton Larson, who is not in the hitting lineup. Sage Sutherland is in right field. The infielders, Taylor Summers at third, Ryan Topham at short, the second baseman, Riley Richmond. First baseman, Nate Rose. Catcher, Nate G. For today's pitcher, Preston Hannay. The Dons line up as follows. Bennett Bradford to lead it off. Hayes Hall hitting second. Brady Bate will hit third. Brock Nelson hitting cleanup. Trevor Perkins will hit fifth. Jade Nielsen sixth. Ryan Golish hitting seventh. Cooper Thorpe hitting 8th today, and Nick Roberts hitting 9th. We'd like to remind you, you can watch these live games on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. These are live ball games being streamed online through YouTube. You can also go to YouTube and find this game in the archives if you happen to miss it and you want to watch it on demand. Today's live broadcast on the 14th of May is being brought to you by J-Mart Printing. Lane Henderson can take anything in any format and make it work. Shallow fly ball and being caught. Bennett Bradford, first out. Dons had a whole lot of flyouts yesterday. We'll discuss that. Wedding invitations, posters, business cards, magnets. You can find all that accessible at J-Mart Printing, 280 North Main. 1-0 the count to Hayes Hall, the hitter. With 1 down, pitch on the way from Hannay. Shot up the middle and a base hit from Hayes Hall. So the Dons with their first hit of the game. Brady Bate coming to the dish. We also want to thank the car guys for bringing instant replay to us today. You can see Randy Brailsford and Calvin Youde get a great deal on a nearly new car. 798-0077 is the number we can reach them. 872 North Main. Got an excellent selection of SUVs, Nissan, GM, Ford, Toyota, Dodge, Jeep. Some of the makes they have there at the car guys. We also want to thank Taco Time for sponsoring today's player of the game. You can come and try some great Southwest flavors as another single from Bate. You can experience those great flavors at Taco Time behind Deseret Book and Spanish Fork. I'm not going to have a whole lot of time, apparently, to discuss a whole lot because of all the action going on the diamond today. As the hitter, Brock Nelson coming to the plate. 2 aboard, 1 away is a quick visit to the mound as Preston Hannay gets a visit from Nate G., the catcher. Yesterday, as I mentioned, the Dons flew out like crazy. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it. There was probably 10, 11 flyouts in that ball game yesterday, and hopefully we'll see some more staying flat today. Make the fielders work for a couple of them. 0-1 the count to Nelson. On deck, Trevor Perkins. Yesterday, Brock was 2 for 4, runs scored, and RBI. Pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away. His bleachers getting full. First base line, pretty full. For this final game being played at Nelson Field this year, and the final game being played at Nelson Field for Coach Shue. The weather today is just perfect. A little bit of a breeze, but nothing major. And I see, 2, 3, 4 clouds in the sky. I don't think they're overly threatening. So that's good. 1-2. Shot. Deep left center field, and nobody's going to get, will he get to it? He dove but missed it. The Dons are going to play at least 2 as Nelson heading to third, and he's got a 2 RBI triple. The Dons trying to answer back to Murray's onslaught in the first inning with an onslaught of their own, and they are getting it done. 2 runs scored on Brock Nelson's triple. You saw out there in center field Larson trying to make the diving play on it, just couldn't get a glove on it. 2 RBIs, and Trevor Perkins with a fly ball anywhere will tie this ball game up and give us a new one. Pitch down low. And at what point will you see Preston Hene start to press on the mound? That's a shot and another run. Wow, we've got a hitting clinic going on here in the first inning. Both of these teams. I mean, the Dons had to helplessly watch Murray score the runs they've been scoring, and now Spanish Fork figured if you're going to do it, we're just going to answer it right back. Jade Nielsen, the hitter. So an RBI single from Trevor Perkins. Jade Nielsen, the hitter. He didn't have the greatest of days yesterday. Went 1 for 2 with a walk. I mean, it wasn't a bad game by any means, and a balk called. And that will send Perkins to second. So a runner in scoring position. Pitch. In the dirt. Well, it looked a little low, but a strike called. 0-1 to Jade. So he got to see one. Don't seem to remember to remain patient, as you know that Hene is going to try a few things of his own, and another base hit. This is crazy. Will they bring the runner home? They're going to try at the plate. Safe at home is Trevor Perkins, and a double for Nielsen. Call it a single and an advance. 4-3 Spanish Fork. The umpire not even getting a visit from Murray's head coach. Winner of this game plays 6 days from now. Spreading it out a little bit this year. The loser will play Monday at UVU at 7 o'clock. We'll worry about that when it comes to be. Ryan Golish, the hitter. 1 aboard in scoring position for Spanish Fork. As Jade Nielsen got a speed-up runner, Jason Money coming in to do the honors. 1-0, the count. The Dons a little concerned after the top of the first inning that the Dons are going to be pressing. All they've been doing is pressing their bats to the baseball and smashing it all over the yard. 1-1 the count to Golish. Cooper Thorpe waiting on deck. 1-1 pitch. Shot. Grounds. That hit right in front of the plate and took a high bounce. Play made by Topham. But the runner at Nielsen advances. So 1 down. Or excuse me, 2 down for Cooper Thorpe. So the Dons hit streak ends there. 5 hits in a row for Spanish Fork. All good things must come to an end. Thorpe, base hit. The Dons score again. Unbelievable 5-run first inning for the Spanish Fork Dons as Cooper Thorpe drives home Jason Money, who's running for Jade Nielsen. Now Nick Roberts, the hitter. So now the Dons, in the like of Murray, has batted through their entire lineup in the first inning. So long as Cooper doesn't get picked off at first or an attempt to steal. Bunt attempt by Roberts. Trying to catch a defense off guard. Third baseman is pinched in right to the edge of the dirt on the infield. 0-1. Roberts will probably be cutting here. Pitch. He does. Up the middle. Will it get through? No. Topham grabs it, fields it, takes it on his own. So, we're through an inning. And if you're missing this, I'm sorry. The Dons 5, the Spartans 3 through 1 here on Spanish Fork 17.
Years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fork, or call 798.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to copy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Murray Spartans are going to do their gosh darndest to answer to what Spanish Fork did after the inning. First inning they had in scoring 3 runs, but the Dons answering with 5. And we're back to the top of the lineup for both teams in the second. Riley Richmond, the hitter, he struck out in his first at bat. And Bennett Bradford starts him out with a strike. Pitch number 2. In there for strike 2. So the leadoff hitter for Murray quickly down 0-2 after a K in his first at bat. Grounder. This one should be fieldable. It is. Is a throw there? Is a question? No, and it gets by the first baseman Nelson, and an error sends Riley Richmond to second base. That'll bring up Logan Jones, singled and scored in the first. I have a feeling this one's going to be one for the books. Keep an eye on this game. Everybody knows the war that Maple Mountain found themselves in yesterday to pull off a victory over Logan. I believe it's a 12-9 game. Wouldn't surprise me to see something around that today. Fouled off. 0-2 the count, Logan Jones. As I mentioned, singled his first at bat. Always good to start a hitter off with a strike, but sometimes you need to pitch around some of these guys, try to get them to chase a 1 or 2 here and there, or even on a first pitch. 1-2, the count to Logan Jones. Riley Richmond again at second. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That is 4 strikeouts. Every out for Spanish Fork defensively has come by K. 1 down. That'll bring up Rigby Butikofer. the designated hitter, singled. In at bat number 1, scored. Pitch inside. 1-0 the count. Pitch fouled off. The Dons will take on the winner of Mountain Crest. And strangely enough, the Mountain View Bruins, who last time the Dons faced them were not even a team to worry too much about, but the Bruins having a terrific season. Got a win yesterday at Kearns. 3-1 the count to Butekofer. Sage Sutherland waiting on deck. Runner at second. Ball 4. 2 aboard. So they can be selective as well as Butekofer was in that at bat. Sage Sutherland is the hitter. Singled. His first time up, had an RBI. Pitch. In there? No. Umpire not really giving Bennett Bradford much of the inside corner here. That one misses outside. Dons is always not wasting a ton of time on the mound, as Bradford's throwing from the stretch. A 2-0 count. In there for a strike. 2-1. This game, huge for both teams, especially when it comes to determining what arms you're going to use the rest of the tournament. Off the leg of Cooper Thorpe. Another run's going to plate. Maybe. Play at the plate. Got him. Whoa, what an arm. Nick Roberts gunned him. Trying to stretch it and getting out at the plate, the leadoff hitter and probably the quickest guy on the plate, or on the diamond, gunned out at home. So 2 down. Runners at first and second, right where we left off. A couple of errors here in the inning. Swing and a miss. Oh, 1 to the hitter, Preston Hannay, who had RBI single in his first at bat. He was unable to plate, was left stranded at third. Pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. That was a huge play from Nick Roberts out in right field and a perfect throw to the plate to gun Richmond. 2-1. There's a shot out into left center, trying to get to its bait, and he will get it. Or will not get it. Excuse me. Dons watch 2 cross on a 2 RBI triple from Preston Hannay, the pitcher, doing himself a favor or 2. That is his 3rd RBI of the game. So had Roberts not thrown out Richmond at home, this would be a lead for Murray. However, now the score 5-5. That'll bring up Ryan Topham, who also singled and has an RBI. Apparently, both of these teams are just going to continue an aggressive behavior. And another shot out to right over the head of a Dons outfielder. The Dons need to back up, I guess. Double and an RBI for Topham. And Murray taking the lead. 6-5. Just like that with 2 outs. And it looked like the Dons were going to be able to get through the inning without giving up any more runs. The 5 and 6 hitters go triple-double. Now Nate Rose, the hitter, walked his first time up. He could have wore that one there, but chose to duck out of the way instead of the inside pitch as Nate Rose, the batter. 1-0. the count. Pitch in the dirt. 6-5 Murray here in the top of 2. Tanner Nielsen warming up in the bullpen for Spanish Fort. Pitch hits a corner for a strike, 2-1. Pitch, bouncer to Hayes Hall. He's going to have to hurry. Throws, gets him. So, 3 more runs for the Spartans. Dons hoping to come out and answer again as they trail 6-5 through an inning and a half.
3 runs on 2 hits.
Where have all the cowboys gone? Why, every Wednesday they up and ride into Spanish Fork. That's right, it's the Wednesday Western on Spanish Fork 17. 12:30 lunchtime and repeated at 9:30 when you're bedding down. Check the listings on the SCN website. Wednesday Westerns featuring John Wayne, Kirk Douglas, Alan Ladd, Gregory Peck, and a band of outlaw renegades. Only on Spanish Fork 17.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Bennett Bradford will lead it off here in the second inning for Spanish Fork. Hayes Hall and Brady Bate do up 1, 2, and 3 as the Dons batted through in the first inning. As Hane still out there on the mound for Murray. 1 count. Pitch in the dirt. One ball, 1 strike. Ooh, that one way inside, and the count 2-1. No walks issued in the first inning for Hane. And that one, a little bit outside, I thought, but the umpire called it a strike, and the count 2-2. Pitch to Bradford. Chopper, first base side, easily played on it as Rose for the out. 1 down. That'll bring up Hayes Hall. Singled his first at bat. Also became the first run for the Spanish Fort Dons.
Shortstop number 2, Hayes Hall.
Brady Bate waiting on deck for the Dons. Pitch on the way to Hayes in their first strike. A 1. In there for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Murray proving that they're a force to be reckoned with as time called by Hayes. Umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt there. So 0-2, nobody on, 1 away. Pitch coming and up and away from Hane. 1-2 pitch. Hall digs down, fly ball to center, routine for the out. Larson making the play on that one. Two down. That'll bring up Brady Bate, who singled his first at bat and scored. Bate 0 for 3 yesterday. Of course, yesterday was yesterday. Today is a whole new one as he takes first pitch for ball one. 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0 the count. It used to be that you could send a pitcher out there who could throw low 90s and be rest assured that the hitters weren't going to be putting a whole lot of lumber on it. And these days it just seems like these hitters have been trained to hit the fastball. 3-0 pitch, he'll leave it alone for a strike. It's Brock Nelson on deck. 3-1 offering. Down low for ball four, so the Dons get a runner aboard here in the second with 2 down. We'll bring up Brock Nelson, who last time tripled, drove in 2 runs, scored himself.
Now batting for the Dons, the first baseman, number 8, Brock Nelson.
Trevor Perkins on deck. Here's the runner checked in bait. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Fastball from Hannay. Reminder, you can watch our live games on YouTube. All you have to do, go to youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. These games will also be played later in the archives. As the runner was going, the ball fouled off. Don's trying to manufacture a run here. Oh, to the count. And the pitch up and away is they're trying to catch Brady Bate doing something silly. Now they're going to catch him. Aggressiveness on the base paths can certainly be a negative as Bates out. Brock Nelson will come up, lead the third inning, but the Dons don't strand anyone to complete. 5 for the Dons, 6 for the Spartans. We'll be right back.
No Murray errors and no runners left.
Coming up this weekend, it's all afternoon, all evening. We've got so many games they won't fit in their standard time slots.
They're breaking out!
Your TV this Saturday. Afternoon, all evening, all sports Saturday.
If you don't know what's coming this Friday night at 9:30 p.m., you may want to beware. It's Freaky Friday.
FCN unleashes a freaky feature every Friday night at 9:30. Yeah, but for city meetings. But trust us, this is even scarier. Freaky Friday, only on Spanish Fork 17.
Field number 23, Bennett Bradford. In right field number 10, Brady Bates. Leading off for the Spartans in the top of the third inning.
The Dons have made a pitching change. Tanner Nielsen, the pitcher, for Spanish Fork. So Bennett Bradford moves to center. Brady Bate goes to left. And Murray just continues doing what Murray does. Single from Nate G., the hitter. Taylor Summers now coming up. Riley Richmond on deck. As the lefty for the Dons, southpaw, coming in after Bennett Bradford had 5 earned runs out of 6 runs total. Nate G. gets a speed-up runner. Taylor Summers, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, coming to the dish. Bradford had 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. Seemed like if he wasn't getting someone out with this via K, Murray was attacking with the bats. 1-0, misses, 2 balls, no strike. Two-0 pitch, misses. 3-0. Pitch on the way, in there for a strike. So 3 balls, no strikes, nobody out, runner at first. Excuse me, 3-1, pitch on the way, that one misses, ball 4. First 2 batters aboard for the Spartans. That'll bring up Riley Richmond. He's 0 for 2 today, reached on an error his last at bat. Already 2 aboard, nobody out. Pitch from Nielsen. Bunt fouled away, high off the backstop. As the Spartans want to manufacture a couple here in the 3rd inning. 3 runs in each of the first 2 innings. 0-1 pitch. Bunt foul. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Offering, missing. So you had one to waste there. Count goes to 1-2. You try to get a hitter to potentially chase a pitch there. The 1-2 pitch misses. 2-2. Next option probably for Spanish Fork if they need it. As far as the pitching arm, Brady Bate can be ready. Hayes Hall can be ready. 3-2. Pitch. In there. Base hit again. Going to try to wave a runner home, and they will because playing deep on it was Perkins. Unable to get to it in time, and once again, this Murray team is just raking Single after single after single. Logan Jones, a hitter.
Number 8, Logan Jones.
That's hit number 9. 9 hits already for the Spartans. Pitch upstairs. I mean, these guys coming up, this is their third at bat in as many innings, and Coach White's coming to the mound. The Spanish Fort Dons, with a win, will have an 11 a.m. game, or excuse me, a 4:30 p.m. game at UVU on Tuesday. With a loss, we'll play at 7 o'clock p.m. versus either Cypress or Logan. With a win, would play the winner of Mountain Crest and Mountain View. So, after the conference at the mound, everybody heads back to positions. Tanner Nielsen's still out there on the mound. See if I can find an update here. (6-5) Murray with a, 7-5 Murray with a lead, and runners quickly back. As Dons had 5 runs in the first inning, were unable to manufacture anything in the second, and now trying to fight through the Murray lineup defensively once again. A 2-1 count to Logan Jones. A single and a strikeout on his card today. Runs scored as well. (2-1). Bunt shown. Doesn't pull it back. And it's a strike. 2-2. Lefty Nielsen. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 down. Dons would love to see a ground ball in a double play scenario to short or second. Riley Butico for the hitter. He singled and walked. Scored twice. Strike 1 the call. 0-1 offering from Nielsen. And the dirt gets by Jade Nielsen and goes into the dugout. Runner's going to score, and they just give him third. I think it's just the one free bag. Whew. Can't allow that. A 7-5 score. 1 down. Their double play is off. You can't have a pass ball or a wild pitch in that situation. Buticofer fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. As the fields all throughout Swenson Park being utilized today and this evening. 1-2. Ground ball over the head of the third baseman. Golish will score 1, and they'll hold the runner at third. Another single. 8-5 Murray. So Riley Richmond holds at third. That'll bring up Sage Sutherland, who singled, reached on an error, scored twice, has an RBI.
Now batting right fielder number 6, Sage Summerland.
Preston Hannay waiting on deck, who's equally as dangerous. Murray came to swing today. Swing and a miss there. Good cut fastball there by Nielsen. It seemed like if he can chase some of them off the corner of the plate, you might see some of these Spartans wave at a lot of them, at least the right-handed hitters. Pitch, there's one left a little bit inside in foul territory and will make it into foul ground. Count 0-2. I did not come to the park today expecting to see this from this Spartan team. I thought, if anything, we're going to have a low-scoring game. You have had two pitchers going at each other who have fairly low ERAs in Hannay and Bennett Bradford, each of them with 5 earned runs today. And Bradford out, strike 3. So, 2 down on the second strikeout issued by Tanner Nielsen. 2 down. We are through 2.5. The Spartans 8, the Dons 5, here on Spanish Fork 17.
Fill the dugout. The office, or the ball you need. Hot drinks you want of all your favorite flavors. Build your own fresh salad. Choose from our home-styled sandwich. Whether you're close to home plate or close to your home, swing by the dugout, located next to the ballparks in Spanish Fork.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer.
Provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main, 798.
Brock Nelson will lead it off for the Dons in the bottom of the third inning. Fouls off the first pitch. Number 4 hitter for Spanish Fork with 1 at bat today, tripled. His first time up, has 2 RBIs and a run scored. So a solid first at bat from him. We'll hope for another one here. Hannay fouls with a pitch. Nelson fouls that one away, and the count falls to 0-2. While Murray is in round 3 of their hitters. Spanish Fork working on round 2 here in the third inning. A pitch on the way, fouled away right at our camera. Give you a good view there. Count 0-2. Trevor Perkins, Jade Nielsen also due up. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the play made. 1 down. Trevor Perkins singled his first time up, scored, and has an RBI.
Now batting for the Dons, left fielder number 18.
You'd think
Trevor
Don's getting
Perkins.
another look at Hannay. He'd still be raking them as there's a shot out into left center from Trevor Perkins. He's going to get extra bags. He will hold up at second base. Trevor Perkins with a double. And the Dons with one in scoring position for Jade Nielsen. Jade singled his first time up.
Catcher number 5, Jade Nielsen.
Has an RBI and a run scored in that 5-run first inning for the Spanish Fort Dons. And that's where they stay as they trail 8-5 to Murray. Pitch on the way. In there. Umpire decides to call a corner for the first time today. At least inside. Called the outside corners. Now it looks like his zone's moving a little bit more inside. Pitch up and away to Nielsen. To Nielsen. Dons would love to plate 2 or 3 here in the third inning as Murray has yet to let off the gas pedal offensively. Murray with 10 hits to this point. The Dons with 6. Make it 7, 2-1. Up right at the shortstop. No play will be made at second. The play at first gets Nielsen. 2 down. That'll bring up Ryan Golish. Grounded to short his last at bat.
Now batting third baseman number 22, Ryan Golish.
Pitch on the way. Golish nubs one up the middle for a hit. Are they going to try to wave home Perkins? Are going to try, but they will. It's left short enough into center field that Larson couldn't get to it in time, and an RBI single for Ryan Golish. So the Dons get one back.
Batting for the Dons is second baseman number 1, Cooper.
Cooper Thorpe, the hitter, singled his last at bat, has an RBI as well. With Nick Roberts waiting on deck. With all the defensive changes, now the Dons will be hitting Nielsen. Ground ball gets off the second baseman for an error. So things still working out here as Tanner Nielsen was supposed to be up. Now Nick Roberts coming back up to hit as a designated hitter. So Nick Roberts in his second at bat, grounded to short in his first at bat. As the Dons trying to manufacture more runs with 2 down. 8-6 the score. The Dons have more than certainly given a scare here in the second round from this Spartan team. 0-1 the count to Nick Roberts. Bennett Bradford on deck. 0-1 pitch. Little nubber. It's going to fall into shallow left. Another run will score for the Dons. And on the throw, it gets by. They should have advanced. Been able to advance Golish from second. Nonetheless, an RBI single for Nick Roberts.
Now batting for the Dons.
So Ryan Golish at second, Roberts at first, Bennett Bradford the hitter. 8-7. Murray. And the Spartans with no bullpen action. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss from Bennett. Hasn't had the greatest day so far. Blown out to left. And hit a lazy grounder to first. So 0 for 2. Be patient with that one. The count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. 1-1 pitch, missing inside. After yesterday, it ended up being a 7-inning game. You would almost assume that Maverick Buffo will not be an option for today, as far as pitchers are concerned. There's another little lazy shot, and it's going to get through the third baseman. Shortstop blocks it, so Summers gets past him. Topham blocks it, and another infield single for the Dons. Hayes Hall, the hitter. Starting to think things are starting to look a little too bleak. There's 2 outs in the first 3 hitters. The Dons now 4 straight aboard. Hayes Hall looking to provide another run or 2 for the Dons as he watches strike 1 go by, and that thing was nearly clipping his kneecaps. That one grounded to third, getting the out at third base. Summers, a good play, so the Dons strand them all. All right, we are through 3 complete. 8-7, the lead for Murray.
At J-Mart, we give away. To enter, simply go to Facebook.com/J-Mart and copy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own, you would like to enlarge in frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Where have all the cowboys gone? Why, every Wednesday they up and ride into Spanish Fork. That's right, it's the Wednesday Western on Spanish Fork 17, 12:30 lunchtime, and repeated at 9:30 when you're bedding down. Check the listings on the SFCN website. Wednesday Westerns featuring John Wayne, Kirk Douglas, Alan Ladd, Greg Peck, and a band of outlaw renegades, only on
Well, it's fun to dine at taco time. So when you're feeling hungry, look to this side and bring the family. Dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the our own special way. That's taco time. We're open every day.
41 Kirby Lane in
All right, Spanish Fort making another pitching change here in the top of the 4th inning. Hayes Hall coming in from short to the mound. Out too short from getting benched last inning after starting the game in right field, Nick Roberts. So Ryan Topham will lead it off. Nate Rose, Nate G also due up. Topham 2 for 2. Single, double, 2 RBIs, no runs scored. So Nate Rose, who's waiting on deck, is 0 for 1. And Nate G, who's in the hole, 1 for 2. The run scored in a single. Pop fly, left side of the field. I don't know if there's room over there to make a play. There isn't. Goes out. Play. Count 1-2. Or excuse me, 1-1. Or is it 1-2? Yes. To the hitter, Ryan Topham. Again, we have an 8-7 score. The 1-2 pitch. Hits a corner for strike 3. 1 down. You get in games like this and you dig into the bullpen a little bit with, at the very least, some hopes of maybe you're not going to find the best pitcher according to history, but somebody who's just going to be more on their game today, or at least more of an irritant to the hitters than the other pitchers. And Hayes with a pop-up on the right side. Nelson gets it easily. And the Dons hoping with 2 outs, nobody aboard, to escape finally an inning without giving up a run as Nate G, the hitter, singled and scored, as I mentioned, and struck out. Number 8 hitter in the lineup. Murray has proven to be extremely strong in the lower part of their order today. Both teams with 10 hits. 0-2. Hayes Hall looking to record strikeout number 2. Misses. Hoping for a chaser there. 1-2. 7 strikeouts the Dons have as a team. Strikeout number 8. Actually 9 today. We'll review that. 3 up, 3 down, finally. And the Dons looking to overcome a 1-run deficit in the bottom of the 4th as we head there right after this.
Coming up this weekend. All evening. We've got so many games that won't fit in their standard time slot.
They're breaking out!
You can't stop them. The games are coming to your TV this Saturday. Afternoon. All evening.
All Sports Saturday.
If you don't know what's coming this Friday night at 9:30 p.m., you may want to beware. It's Freaky Friday.
ESPN unleashes a freaky feature every Friday night at 9. Yes. This used to be the time slot for city meetings. But trust us, this is even scarier. Freaky Friday, only on Spanish Fork 17.
Brady Bay to lead it off for the Dons in the 4th inning. Rock Nelson, Trevor Perkins also due up as the Dons, for the first time today, in an inning, not allowing a run or a base runner. As Hayes Hall comes in and some relief, having a great fourth inning, defensively. 0-1 the count, 1-1 the count to Brady Bate, and the count goes to 1-2 on that foul ball. Bate 1 for 1 today. He's walked, he's singled, and he's scored. 1-2 upstairs, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss, strikeout. Has only 2 strikeouts recorded from Hannay today. I can't believe it, as I was talking about Spanish Fork defensively, with as many strikeouts as they have recorded on defense, you wouldn't expect to see 8 runs on the board. 1 down for Brock Nelson, as Murray has only recorded 2 Ks today. And one of them was Brock. He also tripled in the first inning and drove in 2 runs. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. Murray hoping Hannay is getting his feet underneath him, and as opposed to the latter, where he could find himself reeling a little bit, giving up 7 runs. Surprised he's still in. 1-2, still hitting his marks. The Dons not showing a ton of aggressiveness right now with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters that are due up so far. The 1-2, who just misses, and again, when he's a hitter, you cannot let that one breeze by. Murray upset, the fans at least. 2-2. This time a grounder to short. Fairly routine play made. Throw off the mark, but a good job by the first baseman, Rose, to get back on the play. 2 down. That'll bring up Trevor Perkins. He's been stellar today. Single, a double. 2 runs scored, an RBI.
Trevor Perkins.
Don's needing to get something going here. It's the last home game, or at least, the last home game of the year. You know that's true. Got your home field advantage here. You've got to make most of every opportunity. 1-0 to Perkins, who gets hit with the pitch. Grazes the back of his leg. He's aboard. That will bring up Jade Nielsen. At this point, you know that Hannay has thrown a lot of pitches. There is some bullpen action. I don't know if it's whether it's warm up for defensive changes or whatnot, if necessary, but you got to believe now that Hannay might be losing a little with as far as the arm's concerned. He's thrown a whole lot of pitches today so far through almost 4 innings now. 0-1 the count. 2. Jade Nielsen, 1 for 2 today. Singled and grounded to short. That one misses, and the count 1-1. On deck, Ryan Golish. Dons have proven they can manufacture runs with 2 outs today. They did so, manufacturing 2 with 2 outs last inning. 2-1. And it was near this point of the order when things started rolling for the Dons. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Little line shot to short. Goes over the head of the shortstop, and the runner will advance in Trevor Perkins to third. So another hit for the Dons, another single for Jade Nielsen. That'll bring up Ryan Golish, who singled his last time up. Has an RBI to his credit. that came last inning, and the Dons could really use one here in the fourth inning.
Now batting for the Dons, third baseman number 22, Ryan Golish.
Again, a single and an RBI for Ryan in that last at bat that came in the third. Jason Money coming in to speed up run for Jade Nielsen. See if he's willing to take off here. You did not want to catch yourself in a rundown. If you do get caught in an attempt to steal, see what the Dons try to do. This could be interesting. Popped up in foul ground. The catcher has a play and the out's made. Dons strand 2. Opportunity left out there. 8-7. Murray with the lead through 4 innings. We'll be back.
2 runners left on base. After 4 complete innings, the score, Murray 8.
You fill yourself at the dugout. On the way to the job site, the office, or the ballpark, pop in for everything you need. Hot drinks, cold drinks, any size you want of all your favorite flavors. Build your own fresh salad to go, for now or later, or choose from our home-styled sandwiches and fresh baked goods. Whether you're close to home plate or close to your home, swing by the dugout, located next to the ballparks in Spanish Fork.
Serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 798 3500.
Hayes Hall throwing his final warm-up before the 5th inning begins. Due up for the Murray Spartans, Taylor Summers, Riley Richmond, Logan Jones, 9, 1, and 2 in the lineup for Murray. Summers, 0 for 1. He's walked and scored as well. Hall came in last inning, shut down the Spartans,
For the Spartans, number 21.
as he hopes to do the same now. They have a pinch hitter in. It'll be Zach Pond in place of Taylor Summers. That would almost signify that they're planning on making a change on the mound. We'll see what happens at the end. 1-2 the count. As Hayes looking for strikeout number 3. Fouled away. As a team, again, the Dons with 9 strikeouts on defense, make it 10. Wow. Hayes with 3. And 1 down. Again, it's been a long time since we've seen the Dons be able to reach into a rotation. And I know that they've been able to in years past, but there's just so many opportunities for Spanish Fork to defensively, or at least throughout the rotation, utilize some of these arms, as we're seeing in this one. 3rd pitcher of the game for Spanish Fork. And a quick 3-0 count to the hitter Riley Richmond, who's 1 for 3 today. Hits a corner there and a count 3-1. Richmond singled his last time up, also had an RBI. That was in the 3rd inning. Also reached on an error. 3-1 pitch, hits for a strike, full count. Now a payoff pitch on its way. Got him! Hayes Hall working it on the mound. K number 4 for him. 2 down.
Number 8,
Logan Jones, a hitter. He struck out twice and he singled. Pitch missing from Hayes. Again, you know, it doesn't have to be your ace pitcher every day that comes out and has a good outing on the mound. And just, Hayes doesn't find himself out there a whole lot, but, you know, sometimes there's guys who've just got it going on, and there's some guys who just, the hitters just can't seem to get an eye on that particular day. And so far, Hayes doing a good job on the mound for the Dons. 2-1 the count to Logan Jones. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So a little room for Hayes to work here in a 2-2 count. Rigby Butakofer waiting on deck. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side in the 5th. The Dons trailing the Murray Spartans 8-7.
No runs on, no hits. No
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/J-Mart and copy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Why, every Wednesday they up and ride into Spanish Fork. That's right, it's the Wednesday Western on Spanish Fork 17. 12:30 lunchtime and repeated at 9:30 when you're bedding down. Check the listings on the SF website. Wednesday Westerns featuring John Wayne, Kirk Douglas, and a band of outlaw renegades. Only on Spanish Fork 17.
leading off for the Dons in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Murray with a pitching change.
Cooper Thorpe.
Not to be. I thought they would have one at the after they had Zach Pond come in to hit for Taylor Summers. Still the starting pitcher out there, Preston Hannay. To the hitter, Cooper Thorpe, also due up in the inning, Nick Roberts and Bennett Bradford. 1-0, fouled off, 1-1. Dons with 11 hits in this one. Hoping for a few more. Pitch on the way. And it'll creep through the third baseman. It's Cooper Thorpe leading off the 5th with the single. Nick Roberts coming to the plate. He has a single in his last at bat and an RBI.
Now batting for the Dons is shortstop, number 12, Nick Roberts.
Roberts with Cooper Thorpe at first. I want to thank once again, there's a bunch shown. He pops it up. It lands on the ground, luckily. Well, we want to thank J-Mart Printing for sponsoring today's live broadcast on May 14th. Wayne Henderson can take anything and print it just about any format. Wedding invitations, posters, business cards, magnets. They do it all at J-Mart. 280 North Main in Spanish Fork. 0-1. As the Dons, I don't know if they'll lay down here with another bunt from Roberts. See what happens. The count being 0-1. Pitch on the way. Roberts shows again, pulls it back. 1-1. Obvious concern out there for Cooper Thorpe as base runner. As Roberts taking a signal from Coach White's at third, as well as Cooper Thorpe taking the same signal. This time Roberts looking to swing away. Watch a strike two go by. The count 1-2. So we'll need to protect here. Nobody out. Again, the offenses have stalled post third inning. That one nearly thrown away from the first baseman Rose. Even with all those throwbacks to first base checking runners, you have to believe that Hene's got to be filling it now. Or, as many hits as the Dons have had against him. His control doesn't seem to be the same. The Dons have to be patient hitting. And maybe potentially force Hene to build up a higher pitch count. 2-2, and Roberts wears it. 2 aboard, and now you wonder. Time called as the coach for Murray will head to the mound, and potential pitching change coming. We'll see what happens. You're going to call for an arm. I don't see anybody coming out of the dugout, and we'll just stay with you until the pitcher hands in the ball. He does. We'll take a break. 8-7, Murray with the lead as a pitching change coming.
At taco time, the service is great and the food is to taco time. Food our own special way. That's taco time. We're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Coming up this weekend, it's All Sports Afternoon. All evening. We've got so many games that won't fit in their standard time slots.
They're breaking out!
You can't stop them. The games are coming to your TV this Saturday. All afternoon. All evening. All Sports Saturday.
If you don't know what's coming this Friday night at 9:30 p.m., you may want to beware. It's Freaky Friday.
FCN unleashes a freaky feature every Friday night at 9:30. Yes, this used to be the time slot for city meetings. But trust us, this is even scarier. Freaky Friday, only on Spanish Fork 17.
Rigby Butakofer on the mound for the Murray Spartans. as the Dons, with 2 aboard, nobody out. And at the top of the lineup, you would think that now is when you can strike, and strike often. Bennett Bradford, the hitter, and you start to wonder also, I mean, the Spartans have had a lot of games that were simply blowouts in region play, not really close games, and games that they did lose, they were low-scoring contests, so you figure that the starting pitchers were the ones that essentially took the brunt of the work. So we'll see how fresh Butekofer is. Bunt attempted to be laid down by Bradford. As that one gets a little up on him and he fouls it off. Bunt laid down, beautiful, and fumbled. Aboard is Bennett Bradford. Butekofer unable to handle it. Bases loaded, nobody out. Hayes Hall, the hitter. Hayes 1 for 3 today, hit into a fielder's choice his last time up to end the 3rd inning. I don't know if you're going to score that. I don't know how they'll score it, either an error or a single. We'll find out at the end of the inning. I'll let you know. Upstairs, ball 1. Again, the Dons are 3 arms into their rotation today. This being the second pitcher for Murray. And there for a strike from Butekofer. Try to get some scores of interest. 1-1 pitch to Hall. That one a blooper. Lazily into left field. Will it fall? Yes, it will. And 2 runs should score for the Dons. They're going to round 2 of them. As Thorpe and Roberts score, the Dons take a 9-7 lead. A double for Hayes Hall. So now 2 on 2nd and 3rd in scoring position for Brady Bate. Here I am trying to dig up scores, all the actions happening in front of me. Try to do a better job paying attention to the game as opposed to what's going on elsewhere. Brady Bate, the hitter. And a balk. 10-8, the score for Spanish Fork. This may be answering questions as far as how deep a rotation is for the Spartans, hopefully. With a 10-8 lead now, a little bit of room for the Dons to work offensively. This would be a huge win. Ball upstairs, 1-1. Okay. The only score I'm getting at current time, Mountain Crest with a 1-0 lead over Mountain View, aside from this one. Pitch misses, 2-1. 2, the hitter, Brady Bate, with Brock Nelson waiting on deck. Bate is 1 for 2 today. Struck out his last time up. The Dons showing quite a bit of aggression in the batter's box now as they're trying to get, first of all, work a couple of pitches to see what Butekofer has. Hayes Hall trying to help his own cause with 2 RBIs on that double. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Bate watches it go by. Good looking pitch. 1 down. That'll bring up Brock Nelson. So Dons still have 1 out there. They should plate. Brock has tripled, struck out, and grounded out. 2 RBIs on the day and a run scored. That came in the 1st inning. Again, we want to thank the car guys for today's instant replay, located at 872 North Main. This is where you can find them. Randy Brailsford and Calvin Youd, ready to make you a great deal on a nearly new car. As Nelson swings and misses at the 2nd pitch. I believe the count is 0-2. I might be wrong. Yeah, it's 0-2. So Butekofer struggling early on. Now gets another strikeout, striking out 3 and 4 hitters in the Dons lineup. 2 down. I'll bring up Trevor Perkins, who's been nothing shy of solid today. He's been hit by a pitch, but he singled and doubled, 2 runs scored, an RBI. Dons do not want to strand Hayes over there at third. And a lazy blooper into shallow center. Will it fall? No. 2-3 straight outs. Dons strand 1, but they have the lead as we head to the 6th inning. The Dons 10, the Spartans 8 here on Spanish Fork 17.
Fill up. You fill yourself. Site, the office, or the ball you need. Hot drinks, cold drinks, any size you want of all your favorite flavors. Build your own fresh salad to go for now or later, or choose from our home-styled sandwiches and fresh baked goods. Whether you're close to home plate or close to your home, swing by the dugout, located next to the ballparks in Spanish Fork.
Serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care. 290.
Due up for Murray in the 6th inning. Rigby Butekofer, Sage Sutherland, and Preston Hene, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. So if the Dons can get these guys in order, or at least close to it, that would set them up perfectly for the top of the 7th defensively, and being able to face the lower part of the lineup for Murray with a 10-8 lead. But I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself, as Butekofer coming to the box, fly ball to center and playing it just right. Fairly deep out there is Bennett Bradford. Covers a lot of ground out there. He's quick, makes plays on the ball, can catch on the run. He's got a good mind out there in the outfield where to be. So 1 down. Pitch missing outside from Hayes Hall, who had 5 of his first 6 outs, strikeouts. Shot into the gap for a base hit for Sage Sutherland. It's the first hit given up by Hayes today. We'll bring up Preston Hene. Single and a triple and a strikeout. 2 RBIs on that triple and a run scored. Again, the Dons with a 10-8 lead over the Spartans. First pitch strike. After Hene, Hayes will have faced every hitter in the lineup for Murray. 0-1 left alone as the runners checked. Again, we want to thank Car Guys for sponsoring our instant replay today. As that pitch popped up, it'll end up in foul ground in the crowd. I'll throw it over the fence. Hit the ump. Missed him. Car Guys, Randy Brailsford, Calvin Youd, ready to make you a great deal on a nearly new car, 798-0077, 872 North Main. Right now they've got an excellent selection of SUVs, including Nissan, GM, Ford, Toyota, Dodge, and Jeep makes fouled off. All the major manufacturers, if you can't find it, talk to them. If you want something they don't have on the lot, talk to the Car Guys. They can help you find it. 0-2 the count to Hene. Trying to help out his own cause here as he had started this game and had lost. Actually ended up losing the lead because Budakofer only had one earned run of his own, so the loss would be credited to Hene at this point if that's where it stands. 1-2 the count as Hayes Hall's allowed to burn one there with one away. 1-2 pitch. Shot down the line, foul. So Hene has been getting around on the Hayes a little bit here. Let's see what the choice of the pitch here will be from the call from Jade Nielsen. Fouled off. Preston Hene not wanting to go away easily. One-two offering. Curveball got him. He tipped it right into the glove of Jade Nielsen. Strikeout number 6 for Hayes Hall.
Now batting the third baseman.
2 down for Ryan Topham, the hitter. Last time against Hayes Hall, struck out. Pitch on the way, in there for a strike. There's only 2 games that have been reporting any scores, and that is this one and the Mountain View game, where Mountain Crest leads. The Dons, with a victory, would play the winner of that one. They're in the bottom of the 5th. Has Topham in an 0-2 count. Pitch, ground ball, second base. Cooper Thorpe gloves it easily to first. The Dons only allow 1 runner, that is. And they hold a 10-8 lead over the Murray Spartans.
The Spartans had no runs on 1 hit, no Spanish Fork errors, and 1 runner left on base.
Elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to Facebook.com/JMartTeco and copy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge in frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Where have all the cowboys gone? Why, every Wednesday they up and ride into Spanish Fork. That's right, it's the Wednesday Western on Spanish Fork 17. 12:30 lunchtime and repeated at 9:30 when you're bedding down. Check the listings on the SFCN website. Wednesday Westerns featuring John Wayne, Kirk Douglas, Alan Ladd, Gregory Peck, and a band of outlaw renegades. Only on Spanish Fork 17.
Jade Nielsen is going to lead it off for Spanish Fork in the 6th, with Ryan Golish and Cooper Thorpe also due up for the Dons, so 6, 7, 8. And the Dons really would love to see some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th inning as they will head to the 7th, certainly with a lead. Just depends on what happens here, how large that lead will be. Butekofer fields that one easily. One down. So Jade with a 2-for-4 day.
Now batting for the
Ryan Golish will come to the plate. He's 1-for-3 with a single and an RBI. Last time popped one up to the catcher with a runner with the bases loaded, actually. Or no, runners on the corners. A couple of innings there, or the Dons had stranded a couple in scoring position. One 0 pitch. Fouled off. 1-1. Taco Time will sponsor today's player of the game. You can come try some great Southwest flavors at Taco Time behind Deseret Book in Spanish Fork. We want to thank them as well. Again, any live broadcast of these games called strike. Wow, it's a little high. Any live broadcasts of these baseball games, you can find them not only on Spanish Fork 17, but you can find them on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. All lowercase letters, by the way. And it's a pretty awesome thing if you're stuck at work and we have these, getting a state tournament in particular, you could have some early games. 1-2. Well, they're going to say Golish went. I didn't think you'd got around on him. They called a strike 3. 2 down. I'll bring up Cooper Thorpe, who's had a pretty solid game.
Now batting
2-for-3, but one of them,
number 1, Cooper
he
Thorpe.
reached on an error. He singled twice. He scored twice. He has an RBI to his credit in the 8th slot for the Dons. Had a pretty rough day yesterday, going 0-for-3, but he's made up for it today, as having got on every at bat. 1-1 is the count. Nick Roberts waiting on deck, hoping for another go at it. 2-0 pitch. Misses up and in. Again, the Dons will face 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup for Murray in the 7th inning. 2-1. Pitch. Thorpe swings and misses well ahead of that one. Two, misses, count full. So we'll get a payoff pitch here. With nobody aboard, we'll see what happens here with Thorpe. On the 3-2, fouled away. Will it get out of play? It will. So Cooper will have another go at it here. Again, another solid hitter for the Dons. Nick Roberts. Don's been solid all the way through the lineup this year, and it's a nice sight. Strikeout ends the inning. 6 in the books. Dons 3 outs away from continuing on in the winners bracket with a 10-8 lead over the Murray Spartans. We'll be right back after this.
Well, it's fun to dine at. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right. Pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. That's Taco Time.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish.
Coming up this weekend, it's All Sports Saturday. All afternoon. All evening. We've got so many games they won't fit in their standard time slot.
They're breaking out!
You can't stop them. The games are coming to your TV this Saturday.
All Sports Saturday.
Hayes Hall out on the mound, looking to earn the win for the Spanish Fort Dons as they lead 10-8 as we begin the 7th inning. Nate Rose, Nate G, and Zach Pond are due up. They are the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Rose 0 for 2 today. He's walked. Dons still with arms to go if needed is a strike thrown by Hayes Hall. Hayes has just been on it today. He has 6 strikeouts in 3 innings. The team has 12. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 7 Ks for Hayes Hall. It's crazy. 1 down. Nate G, the hitter. G has struck out twice. He's also singled. Swing and a miss. Hayes just continues to throw that off-speed pitch that nobody can touch. Strike 2 on the corner as he fools G with a fastball. Threw 3 straight off-speed to Rose. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 8 Ks in 3 2/3 innings, and now the Spartans down to their final out. Zach Pond, the hitter. Or do we have another one out there? We'll have to make sure on this one. Pitch from Hayes. Oh, it's number 1, Michael Buchanan. Strike called. As Buchanan making his first plate appearance. Pitch from Hayes. Fouled away, and Hayes ahead in the count. I bet you can't figure out who's in the line to win the Taco Time Player of the Game award today. 1-2. Struck him out! And the Spanish Fort Dons overcome a deficit from the Murray Spartans on multiple occasions. End up winning it 10-8. After Hayes Hall comes in, the Dons pitching in the first 3 innings had given up 8 runs. Hayes Hall comes in, and the door from that point on slammed shut. 15 strikeouts from the Dons pitchers, but 9 belonging to today's Taco Time Player of the Game, Hayes Hall. And if you want to continue on with it, you also need to recognize that Hayes went 2 for 4 today, a single and a double, 2 RBIs and a run scored. And Hayes Hall more than deserving for that performance for winning Taco Time Player of the Game. Wow. So the Spanish Fort Dons will go on to face a winner of Mountain Crest and Mountain View, 4:30 Tuesday, May 20th at Utah Valley University. Be there or stay with us. We'll have it for you. The Dons, with this big win, now can be rest assured that they have given Coach Shue a solid farewell at the field named after he and his brother, Whites Nelson, in getting that 10-8 victory. Coach Shue can walk off this diamond one more time a winner. And it did not look very good for quite some time. The Dons just could not defensively stop the Spartans' onslaught. Hayes Hall comes in as the number 3 in the rotation today. and slammed the door on the Spartans. And what a performance by the team you're looking at right now, the Spanish Fork Dons. Wow. We're talking about this one for a while, and we better be playing this one over and over as far as a game to go down in the books. You don't want to forget, because that was an impressive performance by our Dons. Not sure what the scores are elsewhere. I wish I could have had those updated for you as far as Maple Mountain and Salem Hills are concerned, or even Mountain Crest versus Mount View. The last I saw with them, it was a 1-0 Mountain Crest lead. But the Dons will take on the winner of that one again on Tuesday, May 20th at 4:30. Be there at Utah Valley University. Again, today's live broadcast, if you're watching on the 14th of May, brought to you by J-Mart Printing. Lane Henderson can take anything and print it just about any format. Wedding invitations, posters, business cards, magnets. They can do it all at J-Mart, 280 North Main. Instant Replay, sponsored by the Car Guys today. Go see Randy Brailsford and Calvin Yow to get a great deal on a nearly new car. 872 North Main in Spanish Fork, 798-0077. We got an excellent selection of SUVs right now. Nissan, GM, Ford, Toyota, Dodge, and Jeep among the makes in the selection lot for the Car Guys. Taco Time Player of the Game. Come and get great Southwest flavors at Taco Time behind Deseret Book in Spanish Fork. Again, the Player of the Game, Hayes Hall. Solid performance, not only defensively but offensively as well. The Dons, your winners. Sending shoe off this diamond for the last time, as the rest will be played at Utah Valley University. A 10-8 win over the Murray Spartans. I'm Alan Huff. From everybody from Spanish Fork 17, we thank you for joining us today, and until next time, so long from Nelson Field, where the Dons are victors once again.
If you don't 30 p.m., you may want to beware. It's Freaky Friday.
SCN unleashes a freaky feature every Friday night at 9. Yes, this used to be the time slot for city meetings, but trust us, this is even scarier. Freaky Friday, only on Spanish Fork 17.
Fill up yourself at the dugout, on the way to the job site, the office, or the ball. You need hot drinks, cold drinks, any size you want of all your favorite flavors. Build your own fresh salad to go for now or later, or choose from our home-styled sandwiches and fresh baked goods. Whether you're close to home plate or close to your home, swing by the dugout, located next to the ballparks in Spanish Fork.
You know, let's take Richard as a good example as a contractor. You know, before he was on the council, he'd bid on projects and he'd win some and he'd lose some, and he'd work for the